Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as the search for Joseph Couch continues, some schools made the decision to send students back to the classroom. And we spoke to Senator Rand Paul about the I-75 mass shooting. Hear his thoughts on the disturbing situation.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche, and we are on September 16th already. This month is flying by. Let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast.
Like to be able to hit the brakes a few times so we don't end up blinking all somewhere into October, right, Madison? 59 outside our door. Good start to the day, good start to the week. In fact, look at the planner in just a few seconds. 60, good morning to you in Irvin this morning. 65 at Prestonsburg, 60 at Harlan, to 64 in Somerset, 54 your way in Clintwood. Satellite weather composite, nothing going on locally, but we look on the right-hand side of your TV, your device, and needless to say, you see the cloud cover that is inching closer to eastern Kentucky. And guess what? Those clouds will continue to inch closer and closer as we head through the day. So after the sunny start, we have a blend of clouds and sunshine today. Rain-free, though, a forecast high of close to 82. All right, so I allude to the rainfall. When does that arrive? We'll let you know. Your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast, that's coming up in just a few moments. Madison?
All righty, Tim, thank you. Senator Johnny Turner was reportedly flown to ARH Hospital on Sunday night after a reported incident involving a riding lawnmower he was driving. Turner reportedly drove the lawnmower into the deep end of an empty pool. According to Harlan County Judge Executive Dan Mosley, Turner was airlifted to the University of Tennessee Medical Center. He is said to be in stable condition. It is now going on 10 days since the shooting on I-75 injured 5 people, and the manhunt continues for the suspect, Joseph Couch. In a post on Facebook Sunday morning, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office gave an update. It says the search is continuing for the suspect. They also advise you to stay vigilant, stay aware of your surroundings, and check on your neighbors as the investigation continues. The ongoing search for Couch has left many Kentuckians on edge. Alyssa Williams sat down with a psychiatrist to learn how people can tackle any fear or anxiety caused by the manhunt.
As the search for I-75 shooting suspect Joseph Couch continues, so does the anxiety that many Kentuckians may be feeling as the days continue to add up.
I think people are just shocked, and it is shocking and disturbing, something so close to home and so random that these people had nothing to do with.
Behavioral health specialist Dr. Jonathan Martin lives in London and works in Corbett. He says any fear people have throughout the manhunt is understandable, but there is a fine line between being on high alert and experiencing debilitating anxiety.
And I know that that fear is going to be there, but if you start to let it dominate or to preclude you from doing things, then at the end of the day, that's going to end up setting you back way worse, and that's going to be harder to get back from.
With some school districts resuming classes, Dr. Martin says staying vigilant is important, but falling back on your normal routines can be beneficial.
Trust in the systems that we have built to protect us and to navigate these things, and so that way we can go about and do our day-to-day thing, which makes us feel more normal.
And as London Mayor Randall Weddle has mentioned recently, it's important to avoid being sucked in by any misinformation that may circulate online.
It's okay to pay attention, it's okay to look into it, but I don't think that we need to spend a lot of time in some of these things that aren't substantiated, because it's just going to make us feel worse. It's going to make the situation seem more hazy and more scary, and that anxiety is going to be more ingrained and feel more intense than it needs to be.
Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
Dr. Martin says when it comes to information regarding the search, it is best to follow what law enforcement says, since they are the ones on the ground actively searching for Couch. Political leaders have had their own reactions and responses regarding the shooting and communities impacted. On Thursday, Governor Andy Beshear came to Laurel County for the first time since the shooting occurred. WYMT was able to speak with Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, who says this kind of evil is not okay, hoping for a resolution for all those impacted by the incident.
But let's hope we can get a resolution so people can get back to normal. It's got to be hard, you know, particularly if you live in that right in that rural area within a mile or two of where the shooting. I don't know how how you can rest easy until he's found.
As of right now, the search for the suspect continues. In a post on Facebook, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office says to let it know if you have any tips, but to continue to stay vigilant, stay aware of your surroundings, and check on your neighbors as the investigation enters week 2. Several students are heading back to the classroom today as the search for Couch continues. Districts including Corbin Independent and Whitley County schools will be open regularly to start off the week, but with enhanced security on bus routes and at the school. Officials with Laurel County Public Schools shared they are having an NTI day. Ethan Caudle says it is important to ensure everyone's safety as the search continues. KSP and the Laurel County Sheriff's Office are still asking people to send them any tips they have. Jessica Umbro spoke with local leaders about how the community is handling the ongoing manhunt.
You can see that when bad things happen here, people show up. They don't run. The message is beyond the fear. They were saying, what can I do?
London Mayor Randall Weddle says as the manhunt for suspected I-75 shooter Joseph Couch continues, his community just wants life to go back to normal.
It seemed like the community has went from scared and in fear to more frustration now. I see more frustration of just wanting him caught and wanting to get back to a normal life.
London police say they understand the frustration and say they're continuing their meticulous search.
We don't want people trampling through the woods to try to find this individual on their own. You know, that's our job, and you know, we're committed to doing it.
Many kids in this region saw changes to their education since this all began, and Laurel County schools are kicking off this school week with a non-traditional instruction day as this manhunt continues.
We know that people are getting frustrated that there hasn't been a lot of updates with that, but the biggest thing we want to get out is that we are still here, we are still providing services for the community, that we want everybody to feel safe.
As for the recent added attention on London and Laurel County, Mayor Weddle says he wishes it was all for the good that's in the community.
We don't want to be known as a place that a mass shooting happened, because there's so much more to London and Laurel County. We hope that people will take a look deeper in beyond what's took place here and see what a great community this is and what a great place it is to live and even visit.
In London, Jessica Umbro, WKYT.
In its latest Facebook update, Kentucky State Police said that it would communicate any developments as they happen with the media, and all of the information we will be sure to relay back to you as quickly as we can.